in between an English sandwich at the end and comes out second best. England going forward towards Russo. Russo just outside the centre circle. Does well to shrug off the challenge there of Jean-Francois. Out towards this near side it goes. It's one to chase. It's really good defending actually by D'Almeida, and it's kept in play as well for the French just before the ball was going to trickle out of play by Gayora. Down the line it goes, and that one's taken a nick off of Georgia Stanway, so we throw into the French. And on this near side, really impressive form from Les Bleus building up to this competition. England's still the favourites though in the eyes of the bookmakers. That's not just the fact that they're obviously reigning champions in the Euros, but also just that big game experience really. England have always qualified from the group stages of these tournaments. The French just struggle, it seems, but surely their form this time suggests they can make it through to the knockout stages. They go all the way back to Hannah Hampton. Hannah Hampton, of course, in goal for England. Mary Earps retiring that post, of course, between the sticks for England before Euro 2025 as Lauren James comes forward towards the edge of the penalty area. She's worked it over towards the right side of the penalty area, ball on the right foot, twisting, turning as she get the ball into the box, ball on the left foot, and comes that cross. It's a really dangerous one, and in the end it was just in between the two England players, couldn't quite get on the end of it. Lovely delivery from that right hand side from the Chelsea player, and it was just in between Mead and Russo, and in the end Armlessly goes behind for a goal kick to the French here in Zurich. Almost 5 minutes played, goalless. France against England, Group D, Euro 2025, as the French bring the ball out from the goalkeeper, and a cheeky back heel which doesn't come off in the end actually from Karchui. It's had a play down this near side, it'll be thrown into England, who inside the French half down the English left hand side. It'll be taken by Jessica Carter. And Jessica Carter goes back inside her own half. It's Greenwood. Greenwood goes square to Williamson. Williamson returns the favour. Back to Greenwood again. Forward towards Walsh. Out towards this near side. Good possession this from England, but the French do want to push the English back. They've kept possession though until commentators curse. They give it away to D'Almeida on the halfway line. In field, she goes to Jean-Francois and just holds the ball up. Loops the ball over towards the far side. He was looking for Gayoro. He's not going to find her, but it is fortuitously back to her because an English header that was cleared was poor. Cross comes in from the left-hand side. There's the header cleared from Greenwood on the edge of the 6-yard area. It's loose on the edge of the penalty, and in the end, England go long towards the halfway line. It's beautifully held up in the end, actually, on the halfway line by Alicia Russo. She needs support. She gets the support in the form of Lauren Hemp down this near side. England had to play it back inside their own half. It's Greenwood again, and in the end, it goes all the way back to Hannah Hampton in the all green for England on the edge of the 18-yard line. It's Lauren James over on the far side, back in field to Williamson, 1-2 between herself and Kira Walsh. Plenty of Chelsea representation in this England squad, as you would expect. The dominant force, even more of a dominant force, of course, in England this season. They sort of almost fell over the line to the championship the season before. They were gifted the championship really by Manchester City, who were in the pole position to win it, but this season they led from the front and never looked like relinquishing their title. The French win it back, middle inside their own half. Jean-Francois forward towards the halfway line, and the first real opportunity. First time we've seen Katota, the French leading scorer, has to come deep back towards the halfway line. In the end, it goes out towards that left-hand side. It's with the French number 13, Selma Bakker, the representative of the French champions, Lyon. She turns and the left foot, it goes back to the goalkeeper in all yellow this evening. Playing for Juventus, Pauline over at Mannion. Mannion goes long towards the halfway line. It's a steady start, shall we say, by both teams. England with that more of a half chance really inside the first minute for Lauren James. The ball goes out of play over on the far side. Other than that, the French have had the majority of the possession without threatening England's goal in any shape or form, really. There was that cross that came in some moments ago, which turned into nothing. The French have it again on the halfway line. Ball goes in field inside the centre circle. Lovely turn as well by Jean-Francois out towards the near side because there's loads of space down this near side to exploit through. Alicia D'Almeida cuts in field, just looking for a little bit of support, finds it in the form of Karchui, but it's back out towards this near side again at D'Almeida, and there was a late challenge there, which the referee has brought back, and it'll be the French free kick, and it was the challenge no more than a free kick. No yellow card for Georgia Stanway, just came in a little bit late on card 2. And it will be a free kick to the French, and this free kick is inside the England half, just a few yards in field from the right-hand touchline, and Hampton just orchestrating things in goal for a wall, which is on the England line. There is no wall, but there's a defensive line just on the edge of the 18-yard line. Free kick's going to come in left-footed, curled in towards the goalkeeper. There's a comfortable one in the end for Hannah Hampton, who grabs that one comfortably out of the air just outside the 6-yard area. The big news, of course, for the French leading into this tournament was rather than who was in the squad, it was who wasn't in the squad. And that was Wendy Renard, 168 caps for French, and the French in play for Lille. Just cut off a minute because the French are coming forward down the right-hand side. Cross comes in from that far side. In the end, good work, good defensive work by Leah Williamson with a cushioned header back to Hannah Hampton, but not picked for the squad. The experienced centre-back, and that could signal the end of her international career. The French just pinching the ball back down the England left back position, and the cross came in from that right hand side, and in the end it was comfortable for England, tidied up nicely by Williamson and Hampton. The French again win it back down this near side. D'Almeida, who's probably seen as much of the ball, if not more of the ball, than anybody inside this first 10 minutes or so. Plays one in towards the penalty area. It's played on and by Ioro, but it's going to go through for a goal kick. Just a little bit too much pace on that one. Just looking for the run of Katoto inside that penalty area for the French. Just a bit too heavy, that one. Goal kick for England. We played nearly 10 minutes here in Zurich. France 0, England 0. Fairly cagey start. You'd expect it, I guess. The Dutch have done their thing. They've got their win. They've got their 3 points. It really is going to be, no disrespect to Wales, but it's going to be a three-way fight, you feel, for those two places in Group D to go through. As England play a long one towards the edge of the French penalty area, and I think the player got down inside that penalty area, but the free kick would have gone the other way, but the French have brought it away anyway with Bakia. Brings it towards the halfway line. A little bit scrappy over on the far side, just a little bit congested more than anything else, but in the end the French come away with it. In fact, the referee's pulled it back for a free kick anyway for the French, for a push by, I think it was from Lucy Bronze. Indeed it was. It was a previous free kick anyway. I think the referee had allowed it to continue because the French had possession. Our referee, by the way, is Ivana Montincic from Croatia. Free kick then to the French in their left back position. They've gone short, and back it goes down the line. It's gone out of play. It's just taken a nick off of Lauren James, I think it is. Throw in for the French, but inside their own half, down the French left-hand side. It'll be taken by Salma Batcha. She goes infield towards Jean-Francois, who's retreating back towards the edge of his own penalty area. She's got to be careful if she loses the ball. She does lose the ball. Could England take advantage? They're inside the penalty area here. They've got 2 or 3 players forward. In the end, it was just one touch too many from Walsh, and he should have made the French pay that. It was really sloppy from them as Lauren James takes the ball down towards the corner flag and tries to win England a corner, but it's come off of the Chelsea player. It's gone behind, and it'll be a goal kick to the French. And, well, just a little bit sloppy in possession, the French there. They got away with one there as the French go short again with this goal kick. Lacroix now towards the right side of the 6-yard area. Goes square to Sombath over on the far side, just to the left of the penalty area. Forward it goes towards Karchue. Karchue goes long. A lovely turn on the halfway line as well from Jean-Francois. Could have played that ball forward towards the right side. There's plenty of space, but decided to get back inside her own half. Long ball forward now, swept out towards that left-hand side. It's headed and played by Beth Mees. It'll be a throw into France on the halfway, well, just inside the England half, about 10 yards inside the England half, over on the far side, the French left, which they've already taken. They played it back inside their own half. Is Stolberg forward now towards Karchue. Karchue goes back to Lacroix, and Lacroix with a low ball right-footed out towards this near side. Space again for D'Almeida to take this ball over the halfway line. There's a lovely turn there from Katoto as well, who's come deep. Katoto then goes square out towards the far side. Good work this from the French. Motoring down the left-hand side is Gayoro. She's level with the edge of the penalty area, down towards the dead ball line. She goes, cuts the ball back left-footed. Not a great delivery, and easily cleared at the near post by Leah Williamson. French will pick up the pieces again, though, over on the far side in the inside left position. They come again with Jean-Francois. Jean-Francois low back towards the halfway line inside the centre circle now with the Krago square. Again, this time to Card Shui. Long ball towards the edge of the England penalty area. Volley clear this time by Greenwood. The ball is loose midway inside the England half and they get it clear, but the French will just come again. It's a blue wave at the moment. Their blue wave. The French dominating possession here early doors. You can see the confidence really in this French team. They're not really creating anything. Comfortable on the ball and happy to take it to the current reigning European champions, England, looking to regain their crown 3 years ago. There's a ball out towards the far side. It's searching out Gayoro's not going to find her. It's gone out of play, and it will be a throw-in to England in their right-back position. Will be taken by their right-back this afternoon. Lucy Bronze of Chelsea. Level with the edge of the England penalty area. Only 14 minutes played here in Zurich, in Switzerland. And it's goalless. Kicked off 9 o'clock local time. Just about kept in play with the far side by Lauren James. Back towards the right back position. Bronze kicks long. It's one to Chase. And Chase indeed, England well through Russo. It's back to the goalkeeper. Kicks long first time. Over the halfway line it goes. Volleyed back into the French half by Williamson. And James picks it up as well, just outside the centre circle, inside the French half, out towards the inside left position it goes, then back towards the halfway line for England and back inside their own half with Greenwood. Greenwood under pressure, manages to play it over the halfway line. There's a lucky turn as well by Stanway. Stanway then back inside the centre circle again for England. The space over on that far side, if they can exploit that. One pass too many though inside the centre circle, and the French win it back. Looped long out towards the right-hand side, but it's got far too much on it. It's one to Chase, but it won't be picked up and it's out of play. It was a Cascarino who appears to be on the in the initial lineup that I had. It was in the front three for France. Cascarino on the left and Baltimore on the right, but it appears to be the other way around actually. Cascarino is down this near side for the French, the right-hand side, as England win possession back midway inside their own half over on the far side. And then Lucy Bronze goes back to Hampton. Hampton just inside her own penalty area. She's got Greenwood just to the left of the D. Decides to go to Williamson, and Williamson floats one right-footed out towards this near side. The reason she's done that is because she's spotted a little bit of space for Jess Carter. Jess Carter takes it down beautifully on the chest and passes it to James, who's rushing towards the edge of the French penalty area. Beautiful ball towards the edge of the 18-yard line. That was nice from James. Now inside the penalty area, out towards this near side. This is the opportunity. Shot comes in, pushed clear by the goalkeeper, and there's the rebound, and it's put in, and England have the lead, and it's Alicia Russo with the opener in the 16th minute. The first initial shot was saved, but Russo with her 18th goal for her country gives England the lead. They've been under the cosh really without really seeing the French create anything. They've had all of the possession, the French, but it's England, and it's really that run of Lauren James that created it in the first place. There's a potential offside just as the ball was played towards the edge of the penalty area. Russo, ooh, I think there's two or three. There's two or three inside that penalty area that could. The initial shot came in from Hemp. That was pushed clear by the goalkeeper. It was straight into the path of Russo, who nudged it in, just got in ahead of the French defender, who was D'Almeida, and left-footed just poked it in from about 6 yards out to give England the lead. I'm sure VAR will settle everything up. I think we're okay. And it looks like England have got the perfect start here in Zurich. And I think we're all clear. The goal check is happening, so the ball is in the centre circle, ready to kick off again, but we're still waiting VAR. It is a close one, I have to say, and we just await the decision here from the VAR. The referee has a finger in her ear at the moment as she awaits the decision from the Croatian referee. I think we're okay, are we? Let's have a look. And, well, unfortunately, I think it has been ruled out. It's been chopped off, and the ball is being moved. Indeed, the ball is being moved back towards the French goal. And I'm just getting a replay of it now. The ball was played through by Lauren James. Oh, it's so tight. played towards Beth Mead. Beth Mead cuts inside the penalty area. Oh, dearie me, it's so tight, but VAR has intervened and it remains here. France 0, England 0. That goal, the initial goal, we thought the opener from Alicia Russo has been ruled out. It remains France 0, England 0. And real let-off for the French, but really, really good work. It has to be said, the build-up to that goal that wasn't from Lauren James. It was her run, it was her power running towards the edge of that French penalty area that created it all. And it is a marginal decision. It's so tight. Here's Lauren James again on the halfway line, bringing that one down beautifully on the halfway line. And England will get a free kick, I think, there. Indeed, they will. As down goes Lauren Hemp, who was involved in that goal. And the challenge was from Cascarino. So free kick to England on the halfway line. Going all the way back to Hampton in goal. Forward it goes to Walsh. Walsh lays it off back towards Lucy Bronze. In field it goes again for England. And Walsh, James over on that far side again. Picks the ball up now, rushing towards the edge of the penalty area. Forward it goes to Russo. Russo back to goal. And she's brought down. And she's brought down by Jean-Francois. That'll be a free kick to England. And good work by initially Lauren James, and then Beth Mead it was actually who went down. So free kick to England in the inside right position, about 40 yards from goal it must be, and currently behind it, looking to create something here for the current European champions is Beth Mead. As the French goalkeeper just orchestrates a defensive line just on the edge of the 18-yard line for the French. 20 minutes played here in Zurich. France 0, England 0. England have had the ball in the net, but ruled out for a marginal offside in the build-up. In comes this free kick, then left-footed and straight to the arms of the goalkeeper. It's a disappointing one, and goalkeeper wastes no time. The delivery in the end came in from Alex Greenwood. Bowled out towards this near side, looking down the right hand side, but the French put out a play though. Good defensive work from Greenwood. So it'll be a throw in through the French down this near side, inside the England half. And it's going to be taken by the ever busy Lisa D'Almeida, who plays for Paris Saint-Germain, the French league. It's not a great throw. She throws it straight to an England player, but she gets the ball back fortuitously. Then long ball forward towards the halfway line, looking scrappy. The French come away with it down this right-hand side again, which is where most of the good work is taking place really for the French. It's a throw in a little bit further forward than the previous ones, a little bit further forward than the midway point in this half. I'm just looking at a replay now of the offside. It's so oh my goodness me. It's I think if well, they used to say, didn't they, with offsides that you give the benefit of the doubt to the forward, to the striker, and really Beth Mead is a fingernail offside. It's so tight, it really is, and it was her, the ball came through to her. She then squared it to Hemp. Hemp's shot was saved. Russo put it in. Here come the French now down the right-hand side. This is looking promising. Right-footed ball into the box. England can't get their lines clear. In the end, it comes clear towards the edge of the penalty area. A snapshot comes in from Jean-Francois, which is high and wide, not particularly handsome, and behind for a goal kick. But some good work being made down this right-hand side by the French. That's where they're having most of their success, down this near side. And it's going to be a goal kick to England. And there were plenty of blue shirts forward as well inside that penalty area. Looking again on the end of that one, as Hampton goes out towards the far side of Williamson. Forward it goes. Lovely ball by Walsh out towards that far side. James can't quite control it. She's going to be a free kick to the French on the halfway line. And it was Lucy Bronze just going in a little bit strongly on the number 13, Selma Batcher. Free kick then to the French, a yard in field from the far touchline, just a few yards inside the England half, and it'll be taken by Batcher herself actually. Ball on her left foot, just goes short, gets the ball back immediately from Gayoro. A little cheeky back heel, then forward, threading forward towards the edge of the England penalty area. That's good work though by Lucy Bronze. Back to the goalkeeper, takes one touch, kicks long right footed, out towards this near side. cushioned header out towards the near side by Lacroix. But England have one possession down this near side. It's good work as well from Stanway. Now Russo out towards the inside left position. There's the ball down towards the left-hand side, crossing opportunity, and it comes left-footed. It's a nice delivery as well, and the acrobatics in the end from Lauren James didn't work out. And it sails over the bar towards our left-hand side. We're at the midway point in this first half here in the second game in Group D of Euro 2025. Just a reminder of the format of the tournament. Four groups of four. You've got Group A, which has got Norway, Finland, Switzerland and Iceland. Norway and Finland have both already won games in that group. Group B, you've got the world champions and favourite Spain. You've already put Portugal to the sword. Italy and Belgium also in that group. Italy beat the Belgians. Group C is Germany, Sweden, Denmark, Poland. Germany and Sweden have already got wins in that group, and this Group D. So after tonight, after this game, every team would have played one game. We would have seen every team in this tournament. The Dutch, who beat the Welsh earlier, and now England and France. And it's not been a draw yet in this tournament. Every game has been won, and England and France will both be hoping that that continues tonight as they put this loose midway inside the French half, but the French have come away with it. And of course, after the four groups are decided, the top two will all go through, and we then go into a knockout phase. Of course, with 8 teams remaining, we get a quarter-final, semi-final, and then a final. The French again coming down this right hand side. D'Almeida now rushing down towards the byline, holds the ball up now, ball on her right foot. She's going to get the ball into the box now. She just goes square towards Cascarino, sells her a little bit short, but she does win the ball back. And Carichua, oh goodness me, went for goal. Went for goal from all of about 35 yards. It goes horribly wrong by the French number 7, Sakina Gachouet, who was the French captain, and is behind for a goal kick to England. We played 25 minutes here at the Stadion Letzigrund. It remains France 0, England 0 as England play out from the back and almost lose possession. They have to go long in the end, but that's a brilliant ball down the right side. It's one to chase, but the French defender is going to come across and tidy that one up before Beth B can get on the end of it. It's really good work actually by the French number 13, Salma Bacha. Then she goes long towards the edge of the penalty. That's a beautiful ball as well. Looped over the top. Oh my goodness me, it's into the side netting. Goodness me. Well, for a second there, I thought the French had taken the lead. It was just a long ball forward. Searching out. And the left-footed. It was the number 7 who made the run, Gachouet. She loops it over. She spotted Hannah Hampton off her line, and she had the right to go for the lob. And into the side netting it goes, and Hannah Hampton was stranded well off her line. It's a real let-off for England. Ball goes out of play down this near side. It'll be a throw-in to the French. Well, it was always going to be interesting to see what happened after that goal was disallowed for England, how the dynamics of the game would change. The French were the dominant force prior to that disallowed goal, and to be fair, nothing's changed since the England goal. The French still look the more likely, or they certainly have more in possession anyway, let's put it that way. So they have the ball again down this near side, and that will be the first corner of the evening as the ball is put out down this near side. The attempted cross from Cascarino comes off for the, well, it came off the arm actually of Carter. It's going to go behind. It's the first corner of the evening, and it falls for the French in the 27th minute from this near side, the French right. And coming across to take this one is, well, they've actually given the free kick for the handball, actually, right next to the corner flag. It makes no difference, to be quite honest with you, because it's as good as a corner, if not slightly better, because it's just about a yard in field from the quadrant. It'll be taken by the French number 17, Baltimore. It's going to be a left-footed in-swinger from this near side. There's just a yard in field from the corner flag, and it comes. And it is headed on, but it's just a harmless header that bounces once inside the 6-yard area, and it's comfortable for Hannah Hampton, who boxes out towards the right-hand side of her penalty area. Here's Lucy Bronze. She's closed down quickly, has to go back towards the edge of the penalty area. Williamson goes square to the goalkeeper, stood on a penalty spot, then forward to Greenwood. Greenwood now brings the ball forward under absolutely no pressure whatsoever. Can bring this ball forward towards the halfway line if she wants. She goes for the 1-2 between herself and Kira Walsh. Back towards the edge of the 18-yard line it goes again to Greenwood. Forward to Lauren James. England go long towards the halfway line and lose possession. It's the French just battling to win this ball back. They're just a little bit quicker than England at the moment. They're just a little bit more on it. There's good work down this near side. Cutting in field is Cascarino towards Jean-Francois. Out towards the inside left position and Batcher. Batcher leaves it for Gayoro over on the far side. 3 England players in front of her. Goes back down the line to Batcher again. In field it goes to Cascarino. The French with all of the possession at the moment, looking to find a breakthrough here in Zurich as we head towards the half-hour mark. Can they get the crossing from the left-hand side? They're inside the penalty area. It's cut back. It's a dangerous ball. England get it clear towards the edge of the penalty area. And Lauren James is going to clear it over on the far side. But the French looking so dangerous. Really good work from Lauren James, by the way, over on the far side. Just holding the ball up. She's got nobody there for company at the moment. She's backtracking towards the edge of her own penalty area. And in the end goes back to Williamson, who plays it back to Hannah Hampton, the goalkeeper. Nice ball out towards the near side because she's spotted, actually, Jess Carter in space. Jess Carter's ball in field is a really poor one, and the French have it back again inside the centre circle. They're threatening here, the French. They're looking for the opener here in this their first Group D game. And again, it's down this right-hand side that the French are coming. England, though, doing well to push the French back into. There's a lovely cheeky back heel down the right-hand side to Cara Choi out towards this near side again. There's the overlap. This is good. It's Cascarino rushing down towards the corner flag. Just holds the ball up next to the byline. We're going to take on Jess Carter. Lovely little bit of skill as well inside the penalty area. She still has possession. Ball on her left foot. She's going to get the shot in. No, she's not. She goes back towards the edge of the penalty area. England back in numbers at the moment, but the French still persisting. And in the end, a curling effort that comes in, which is comfortable for Hannah Hampton. The effort from Batcher, who loves to get forward. The Lyon left back. She went for the curling left footer from the edge of the penalty area. It was a comfortable one, plucked out of the air comfortably by Hannah Hampton. We have now reached the half-hour mark here in Zurich. England are going to get a free kick because they're pushing the back as the long ball's played forward inside the centre circle. And Alicia Russo was brought down, pushed down more than brought down by Alice Somba. So it'll be a free kick to England, and just an opportunity really to use a little bit of the pressure at the moment because they've been under the cosh really since that goal was disallowed. But the tightest, I mean the tightest offside decisions on VAR, it really was. There's just nothing in it at all. To the naked eye, it's completely level. They've managed to find something. A hair, a fingernail, I don't know. As so gets back to her feet again and makes her way forward towards the edge of the penalty area. England then with this free kick. It's going to be taken by Leah Williamson. She's going to go long here. And she just goes short, actually, the England captain, towards James. There's space out on that right-hand side. If she gets the ball right, it's got too much pace on it, though. It's the right ball, just a poor execution from Lauren James. The space was there. The run was made by Beth Mead down the right-hand side. If she could have released her, England could have been in business, but it had too much pace on it. It goes behind for a goal kick to the French, which they've already taken. Their goalkeeper, over Magny. As the Mexican wave goes around the Stadion Letzigrund, the atmospheres that are created in this stadium when the athletics meet comes here each year, each summer, is something to behold. It really is. The banging on the advertising hoardings in front of the stands are quite something. They really are, and there have been some magical athletic moments here over the years. World record set. I remember back in the I think it was the late 1980s, I want to say 1988, when Butch Reynolds broke the 400 metres world record on that night. Cross from the right hand side for the French. It's got a little bit too much on it, but it will be retrieved over on the left hand side by Baltimore. Baltimore now, left hand side of the penalty area. Can she get this cross in for the French? She can, right footed. It's a decent delivery as well, half cleared by England. Shot comes in, oh, saved by the leg of Hannah Hampton, but the French will come again. Squared across the 6-yard area, and then the touch is a little bit heavy, but the French still have it inside that penalty area. England got so many numbers back, they can't get the ball off of the French. They're almost toying with England, and in the end, the offside flag has gone up. but that is as close as the French have come. Really, really good work as well by Cascarino, and the cross comes in. And actually, if this the shot at the end that was saved by the leg of Hannah Hampton came in from Sakina Karchway, but there was an offside actually, and regardless of the save, good save as well by Hannah Hampton. The leg of Hannah Hampton, it would have been disallowed anyway because as the ball was knocked back to her, the player that knocked it back was in an offside position. The French have won it again, though, deep inside the England half, and they're right in their luck at the moment, Serena Wiegmann's women. They really are, as the French come down that left-hand side. In comes the cross, that's taken a deflection, and that will be the first corner, because the first corner we thought about 5 minutes ago was actually ended up being a free kick for the handball, but this time as Batcher tries to go round Beth Mead. Took a little nick on the England number 9. It's going to be a French corner over the far side. Just under 12 minutes to half time here in Zurich. France 0, England 0. And it looks as if it's going to be a left footer from Batcher. She goes short in the end. Actually gets the ball back. She has the ball on her right foot now. Has to go back down the line. Here comes the cross, right footed towards the far post. It's got too much on it. And in the end, Stanway, who's at the far post there for England, just watches it go behind our goal towards our right-hand side and behind for a goal kick. And the French, well, you've only got to look at their recent results. As I mentioned, they lost on the 3rd of December, 4-2 to the world champions France. Since then, they've beaten Norway 1-0, Iceland 3-2, the Swiss 2-0, Norway again 2-0. The Swiss again 4-0 in these reverse fixtures, of course, in the Nations League. Iceland 2-0, Belgium 5-0, and then on the eve of the tournament in a friendly, they beat the Brazilians by 3-2. England had a morale-boosting 7-0 victory over Jamaica just before the tournament, and prior to that, it was a little bit sketchy. They lost to Spain, they lost to Belgium by 3-2. They had a draw against Portugal, draw against the Americans late last year. There's a French player gone down. The game has continued because the French have possession. I think they're quite happy to continue here. The French down this right-hand side. Indeed, they are. Down towards the byline it goes. Crossing opportunity. Low ball into the box this time. It's behind Jean-Francois. It was the closest to getting on the end of it. The referee's actually stopped play now because just checking on the French player that's down. I think it's Batcher, the number 13, who was challenged by Lauren James. Just getting a replay of it just to see if there's anything untoward. She just fell awkwardly. It was a 50-50, it was one that both girls were going for, and both girls had the right to go for. And I think it's just the awkward fall there by Salma Batcher, who's been playing really well actually in this game. She's been one of the standouts. In fact, the two French fullbacks have probably been the main standouts actually in these first 35 minutes. Down that left-hand side with Salma Batcher, and down the right-hand side with Alicia de Almeida. Two giants of French football, PSG and Lyon. De Almeida wins the ball back on the halfway line. What a brilliant ball down the line as well. Cascarino now right side of the penalty area. There's the cross. This must be the opener. It's tapped in at the far post, and the French have the lead in the 36th minute as Katoto knocks it in for a 40th international goal, and the French have a deserved lead here in Zurich. They lead the reigning champions by a goal to nil. It's France 1, England 0. And the goal comes from Antoinette Katoto in the 36th minute. But what a brilliant move down the left-hand side. It's a beautiful ball by De Almeida to release down that right-hand side Cascarino, and the perfect cross this time. She laid it on a plate for the Lyon striker, couldn't miss, tapped it in 6 yards out, and the French have the lead in the latter stages here of the first half. They thought they were behind when England looked as if they'd gone a goal in front. That one was chalked off for the tightest of offside decisions by VAR, but that one's not going to be ruled out. That was poetry in motion really down that right-hand side. De Almeida onto Cascarino, who gets the assist, and the tap-in from Antoinette Katoto, and the French have the lead, and it's no less than they deserve. They've been the best team in this first half, and well, the stats will back that up as well. 55% possession against England's 45, total shots 7 to England's 2, 3 shots on target to England's none. Of course, the offside goal won't count. They've had the 1 corner in the game so far. All the stats are in favour of the French, who have been the standout side in this first half, and rightly have the lead through Antoinette Katoto. And a nice time for them to score as well, and England, they could possibly do with half-time at the moment. The last thing they want to do is concede a second before half-time, but they are under the cosh at the moment. Here come the French again, edge of the England penalty area, and they've gone back this time towards Archway, and she overruns it slightly, but England can't keep possession. They just keep gifting it back to the French over on the left-hand side this time as Jean-Francois has it forward. They come again, edge of the penalty area. They're purring at the moment, the French, as they look for a second before half-time. Is threaded into that penalty area, but this time straight to Carter, and Jess Carter can clear for England. Can they keep the ball this time, though? Because that's what they don't seem to be able to do, as they have it down this near side. It's just kept in play by Stanway. Goes back towards the edge of her penalty area. They're intent on playing out from the back here, England, but you feel in the end they're going to have to go long, and in the end they have no choice but to go long, as Carter does towards the halfway line, and there's a lovely turn. They've won it back, and they're in a dangerous position now. Cascarino, edge of the penalty area. They're threatening a second here, the French. Can they get the cross in? England all over the place at the back. There's the shot, there's the second goal, and it's Baltimore right-footed into the top corner, and the French are running riot here in Zurich before half-time. 2 goals in a couple of minutes, and England all over the place at the back, and this time the goal comes from Sandy Baltimore of Chelsea, well known, of course, to the England players. England lost possession. I'm just checking to see whether it was a fair challenge on the halfway. I think it was. England wanted the free kick. They were so quick to break. Baltimore picks it up, edge of the penalty area. There's so many England players back there, but they just can't get the ball off her. And in the end, it runs kindly for inside the 6-yard area, but it's a lovely finish. Don't take anything away from Sandy Baltimore. Right-footed, she curls that beautifully from the edge of the 6-yard area beyond Hannah Hampton. And the reigning champions are in big trouble here before half-time. I did say before that second goal that England could do with half-time at the moment. There is a VAR check, and I assume the VAR check is for the foul, or the potential foul on the halfway line when the French won the ball back. That's what it's going to come down to. I think they're okay, and the reason I think they're okay is because the Leclerc it is who challenged Alicia Russo on the halfway line to win the ball back. She does get a little bit of the ball. She gets a bit of Russo as well. There's no denying that. But I think if she gets the ball, if she gets her toes in the ball, yeah, she does. She does. I don't think this is going to be disallowed. I'll be very surprised, because she just gets a little bit of the ball. She gets a little bit, more than a little bit, really, of Alicia Russo as well. That's how the French broke so quickly. But England were really sloppy. And inside that penalty area, they had the numbers back. They just couldn't win the ball off of Sandy Baltimore. The check is still ongoing. We've already had 1 goal disallowed in this first half in Zurich, and that was for England. And that was goal from Alicia Russo, and I believe the VAR check is still happening because the referee is still check over, and here we go. We get the decision from the referee, and we're all good to go, and the French lead by 2 goals. No, Serena Wiegman, by the way, is not happy with the decision at all. She's remonstrating with the 4th official on the touchline down this near side, and England are in big trouble here in their opening game in Euro 2025 as they look to defend their title that they won 3 years ago, of course, at Wembley with that memorable victory over Germany. They've got a throw in now deep inside the French half over on the far side. Well, I did say they could do with half-time coming, but what they could do with is getting a goal before half-time now to give them something to build on in the second half, because at the moment there is only one team that's going to win these 3 points, and of course makes it so difficult for England in this group of death, as we're calling it. Of course, Group D, as the ball goes out of play over on the far side, will be a French throw-in right next to the corner flag. And well, England's next game, of course, is on the 9th of July, which is Wednesday, 5 o'clock kickoff against the Netherlands. And Serena Wiegman's, if it stays the same, well, it could get worse, of course, but if England do lose this game, then the Dutch, who won this tournament, of course, in 2017 under Zurich would have the opportunity to knock the reigning champions out of the tournament that early on. They really would. So it really is imperative that England get back into this game. Can they get themselves something to build on before half-time, something to go in at half-time, something to get their tails up? They have possession over on the far side, level with the edge of the French penalty area. They're going backwards at the moment, though. Low ball all the way back towards the halfway line, and it's with Leah Williamson. She finds Beth Carter again. The French doing really, really well to push England back, though. Really good work by a combination of players. And England, in the end, go long and lose possession as the French go all the way back to the goalkeeper. Kicks long, left-footed. Sailed out of play. It's a little bit of a slice this time by Perry Mannion. So it's out of play for a throw into England on the halfway line. We've got 2 minutes of the 45 before half-time. France leading England by 2 goals nil. 2 goals in 3 minutes. Antoinette Katoto and then Sandy Baltimore punishing England after England had a goal disallowed earlier on. England sloppy again in possession. Here come the French. They're hungry for more, you feel, before half-time. This time, though, they just settled to play the ball back towards their right-back position with Almeida, who's been absolutely sensational in that right-back position for the French. They've been sensational all over the pitch, to be quite honest with you. England do, though, win the ball back on the halfway line. Now, Lauren James make the most of this. Out towards the right-hand side of the penalty area. This is better from England. The French now got players back. That's a poor cross, though. And, well, in the end, Almeida puts it behind for a corner. Didn't need to because there was nobody behind her, but I guess she wasn't to know that. And it was good work, actually, from Lauren James initially releasing Beth Mead. Beth Mead with the cross from the right-hand side of the penalty area. And well, there weren't enough white shirts forward, really, inside that penalty area. But in the end, it wasn't going to find any of them. But they've fortuitously, I think, really ended up with a corner here. But an opportunity inside the last 60 seconds of the 45 to get themselves back into this game before half-time. A corner from the England left-hand side to be taken by Beth Mead of Arsenal, right-footed. It's a lovely delivery as well, but it's headed clear and out towards the far side, and the French actually can bring it clear over on the far side. Down the line it goes. It's one to chase. The French are really, really threatening. Ball goes out of play over the far side. It's good work, actually, by Lucy Bronze to put the ball out of play, so it will be a throw-in to the French. Just awaiting the fourth official to see how much time we've got to add on at the end of this first 45 minutes, which the French have dominated. Throw in on the halfway line down the left-hand side. Salma Bacha to take this one for the French. She finds Sakina Karchway. Karchway goes all the way back to Lacroix. Out towards that far side. Bacha goes long. Bacha's been sensational as well in the left-back position for the French. Their pullbacks have been absolutely superb, particularly getting forward. And that's been main difference between the two. They're coming again. The French Cascarino's making the run down the left-hand side. They're looking for a third here before half-time. We're inside stoppage time, by the way, at the end of the first 45, and that one's gone out of play. Actually, it's overrun this time by Sandy Baltimore. Actually got the second goal for the French. We've got 5 minutes of stoppage time, so just confirmation of what's still to come. So on the 9th of July, it's England versus the Netherlands. 5 o'clock kick-off for that one. The same night, that's BST, of course, 6 o'clock local time, and the French will play Wales at 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock local time, and then the remaining games in this group on the 13th of July, which is next Sunday, of course, and they both kick off at the same time to ensure that no team has any kind of advantage. So both games will kick off 9 o'clock local time, so it'll be the French against the Dutch, and a British derby, if you will. England against Wales. England with possession, with Hannah Hampton on the edge of her own penalty area. Goes out towards Lucy Bronze. Over the halfway line goes laid off nicely by Walsh. England now having to go all the way back. They push back once more. It's back with Hannah Hampton on the edge of the penalty area. Out again towards Williamson this time. Goalkeeper well outside of her penalty area. Hampton just traps the ball under her right foot, looking for options. And in the end, she goes diagonally from right to left out towards this near side, and is headed out of play by Almeida. So it'll be a throw-in to England on the halfway line down their left-hand side. It's going to be taken by Jess Carter. She plays it back inside her own half to Alex Greenwood. Greenwood goes square to Leah Williamson, the England captain. Back in field it goes again to Greenwood over the halfway line, just to the left of the centre circle. Lovely ball threaded forward towards the edge of the penalty area as Russo goes deep, and then out towards that far side. Beth Mead now down the line it goes. This is better from England, just a little bit of encouragement. That's good defending by Batter again over on the far side. It will be a throw in though to England, level with the edge of the French penalty area down the England right-hand side. But long throw all the way back towards the halfway line. It's with Greenwood now just to the right of the centre circle. Every player now bar Hannah Hampton inside the French half. The French just looking to see this one out to half-time with this 2-goal advantage, and England look to try and half the deficit before half-time to at least go in at the break with something to build on for the second half. Strong run towards the edge of the penalty area by Lauren James, and in the end some misplaced pass. I think it was from Georgia Stanway, indeed it was, but she's got too much on it. It's out of play, it's behind our goal towards our left-hand side, and it will be a goal kick to the French. We played 3 minutes of the 5 at the end of this first. I'm not quite sure where they got 5 minutes of stoppage time from, by the way. There are a couple of very short stoppages in this first half, but not anything in my book that warranted 5 minutes of added on time, but we've got 5 minutes of added on time. We've played just over 3 of them as France win possession once more on the halfway line. Back it goes to the left back position again, and De Almeida goes long down that right side, but she sliced that clearance down that touchline, and it's out of play for an England throw in. It's just shy of the halfway line inside their own half, and back it goes to Hannah Hampton. Out to Williamson, goes square to Greenwood. Greenwood brings the ball over the halfway line just to the left of the centre circle. She's closed down by Baltimore, goes back to Hannah Hampton once more. Forward now to Kira Walsh. The French just happy to sort of sit off England at the moment just to see this one out to half-time. Happy for the reigning champions to have possession. And it's Jess Carter with possession down this near side. She's closed down quickly by Sakina Karshway, and England have to go back inside their own half again with Greenwood. Greenwood over the halfway line she comes. She's got Jess Carter towards the left-hand side. Decides to go and field though to Williamson. We're inside the last minute of stoppage time here at the Stadion Letzigrund. France 2, England 0. 2 goals in 3 minutes. Shocking the reigning champions, deservedly so, to be fair. The French have been far superior to Serena Wiegmann's women inside this first 45 minutes. England do have possession over on the far side. Can they create something in this last minute of stoppage time? No, they can't, because they lose possession on the edge of the French penalty area. The French go long towards the halfway line. The ball is loose inside the French half, and in the end they just play it long, the French, inside the England half, but it will be picked up again by Alex Greenwood over the halfway line. She goes to Jess Carter, back inside the England half it goes. It's inside the centre circle now with Kira Walsh. She goes long towards the edge of the penalty area. A little flick on there towards Russo. Russo goes back. The shot comes in as a snapshot more than anything else. Has taken a deflection. It wasn't going anywhere, I don't think, that shot from Georgia Stanway, but it has taken a deflection off of a French player, and England will get a corner right at the end of this first half. In fact, we've played the 5 minutes of stoppage time. Just time, I think, for England to take this corner. It'll be taken by Alex Greenwood of Manchester City. Over on the far side, so it's going to be a left-footed in-swinger for England. And one last opportunity to try and halve this French lead, and it comes. It's a decent delivery, but it's headed clear on the edge of the penalty area. The French will get it clear, and I think that will be half-time as they bring it clear over on the far side. And indeed, there goes the half-time whistle, and the French are in charge here at the Stadion Letzigrund. They lead reigning champions England in Euro 2025 by 2-0. 2 goals in 3 minutes. Antoinette Katoto and then Sandy Baltimore. England have got it all to do in the second half. It's France 2, England 0. We'll be back in 15 minutes for the second half.
Yes, Jude Bellingham drops it down a bit to find Valverde. Valverde just took off the side once again this evening after seeing off a very stubborn Juventus side. They had Gonzalo Gasly through defense there. Vinicius Jr. not the best of touch. Looks like the ball will be running beyond the bar line, and it will be a goal kick for Dortmund. Xabi Alonso on his feet. What a player he's been during his days, currently a manager with beating run for Bayer Leverkusen. Vinicius Jr. flashes on our screen again. Less than 5 minutes. And already Madrid are proving like a team that have got the edge to knock out this Borussia Dortmund side. Who find Stevenson. Marcel Grasse stays on the turf, wins the sympathy of the referee. And it was Trameni who was the culprit. Niko Kovac there. What's around is having not giving the needed tip or the edge to make it to this far in terms of the competition. But there's a big one. Stevenson trying to pick it. Can he get to it? Gets hold of it, but there's a big chase from Trent. Karim Adeyemi, lovely footwork there from Karim Adeyemi. Just 12 meters out, brings it back to Stevenson. There's a crossing in there by the textbook header. Would not just work at the moment. And that's another big one from Julian Brand. Looking to hit it. Textbook header just 12 meters inside Madrid's 18 yard. And the skipper for Dortmund would not just find the connection. And it stays saving. It's a coverage of the FIFA Club World Cup. My name is Victor Kwao, commentator. I'll be joined on by Rondo and the likes of the guys Wadut. As we bring to this big game here, the penultimate game in this particular knockout phase. But here's a lovely ball for Madrid. Oh, nearly, never kills a bag. But that is Gonzalo Garcia, who was at the receiving end, running from his fellow namesake, Fran Garcia, who run from the left-hand side, decides to hit the ball across the Dortmund defense, but again, it is Gonzalo who arrives a set late, and the ball will be quicker than his leg. Brilliant stuff there from this young Madrid side, and you can see some of the fans very, very proud of the match. As Ben Sebaini picks it up for Dortmund. There's going to be a long train trying to pick the forward man, the likes of Selgras and Karim Adeyemi. He was trying to pick Karim Adeyemi, but Trent once again wins the challenge. Couture hit it onto his left-hand side. He's waiting. That's quality play. Decides to drop it into the middle. And there's Valverde, the skipper of the side, looking for a bit of space. Can he find it? Finds one up front. Finds the big man. Gonzalo Garcia is now onto the left-hand side now for Madrid.
Very impressive French team by 2 goals to nil, 2 goals in 3 minutes. Antoinette Toto in the 36th minute, getting her 40th goal for her country, and then Sandy Baltimore the second in the 39th, her 6th goal for France. And Serena Wiegmann's ladies have it all to do in this second half if they are to turn it around in this Group D, the group of death, the so-called group of death, of course, which also features the Dutch with the FIFA ranked world number 11, the French are 10th, England are 5th. So you've got 3 of the top 11 teams in the world in this group alongside Wales, of course. Game has got underway in the second half. England and France both in their home strips this evening. So England in the white shirts, blue shorts, white socks. The French in the navy, the darker blue, of course, shirts and shorts, and the red socks. And in this second half, England playing from left to right. No changes to tell you about at half-time as far as the lineups go. Our referee is Ivana Martincic from Croatia. So the French line up with Perud Mannion in goal, a back 4 from left to right of Bancha Sombath, Lacroix and Di Almeida, a midfield trio of Gayoro, Jean-Francois and Carshue, and a front 3 of Cascarino, Coutoto and Baltimore. For England, Hannah Hampton in goal, back 4 from left to right of Carter, Greenwood, Williamson and Bronze, midfield trio Stanway, Walsh and James, and a front 3 of Hemp, Rousseau and Mead, long ball forward now for England, who really do need a strong start to the second half, but that one has been adjusted to have been handled by Lauren Hemp. This is played forward, so it will be a free kick to the French midway inside their own half. A reminder of the substitute benches for the French: Boguert, Diani, Gargo, Laurent, Marjorie, Mallard, Matteo, Bock and Dongala, I should say, Piquel, Samura and Toletti. And for England, Aguimang, Beaver Jones, Charles, Clinton, Keating, Kelly, Letitia, Morehouse, Morgan, Park, Toon and Wubben Moy. Ball's going to play down this near side. This is the Stadion Letzigrund, with the running track around the pitch, of course. World famous stadium that hosts world famous athletics each year, of course, each summer. Ball goes out of play down this near side. That one's going to be a throw into England. Good work by Georgia Stanway as well to win that one for England. Head-to-head wise, these two teams, well, it's 3 apiece in the 6 meetings. The Lionesses registered a 1-0 success when they last met at the Euros. That was back in 2017. And, well, there was a lot of controversy before the tournament about Wendy Renard not being picked for the French. Well, they don't seem to be missing the Leon defender too much at the moment. Comfortable against England. Here come England, though. They lose possession, but their fortuity win it back. It deflects kindly for the Lionesses. Over on the far side, they have it run towards the edge of the penalty area by Walsh. Just holds it up. Just about 40 yards from goal, just to the left of centre. Everything really towards their right-hand side. And in the end, it's the short ball towards Russo, who plays it out towards the inside right position. Eventually, it finds its way out towards this near side. And Mead, Beth Mead, oh, she's overrun it. She's overrun it. She's lost possession. She wins possession back. No, she doesn't, because that's a foul, or so says the referee. She's furious with the decision. The foul on Cartwright. It's a free kick to French, who could have been a goal down, of course. England had a goal disallowed in the first half when the game was goalless, but the most margin of offsides went to VAR, and it was adjudged that in the build-up there was a fingernail from Beth Mead that was offside, and the free kick was given to the French. Long ball forward now for the French, heading clear now towards this near side. Cascarino can't quite control it for the French, and England have it with Walsh. Long ball down that right-hand side is one to chase. The cross comes Batcher to put the ball out of play, so it'll be a throw-in to England. Midway inside the, actually a little bit further forward, that's almost actually level with the edge of the French penalty area down the England right-hand side. Long throw towards the right-hand corner of the penalty area. Back it goes, it's congested on the edge of that French penalty area, and the French have come away with it. Lovely ball out towards the far side. De Almeida, who was absolutely superb in the first half, and she's striding over this halfway line. She's doing everything herself here for the French, and in the end I think she spotted that Hannah Hampton was off her line and went for goal, and it didn't work out for her. She couldn't get the trajectory on the shot, and it just bounces through harmlessly to Hannah Hampton. A goal for England tonight in the all-green strip. Goes out towards Alex Greenwood, turns the favour back again to the Chelsea goalkeeper, goes long towards the halfway line, and it's a free kick, is it, to England for that challenge inside the centre circle from Jean-Francois. There's 4 or 5 of the French substitutes continue to warm up down this near side on the running track. Of course, plenty of space between the pitch and the crowd here at the Stadion Letzigrund, the home of FC Zurich and Grasshoppers in the Swiss League. The French have possession over on the far side again with De Almeida. De Almeida loops one in field, and it's not a bad one as well, towards Cascarino. Just holds the ball up just shy of the centre circle, goes for the 1-2, just slightly overruns it. The ball is loose. The French have come away with it once again. Cascarino again over on that far side. There's the overlap. De Almeida inside the penalty area, goes for the left-footed shot into the side netting, and puts her hand up to apologise. To just sort of say sorry, should have squared that one. A little bit selfish, went for goal. Just saw a gap maybe at that near post, between that post and Hannah Hampton, and tried her luck into that near post, into the side, then it goes, goal kick to England. Nearly 7 minutes played at the start of the second half here in Zurich. It remains as it was at half-time. France 2, England 0. Earlier in the day, as long balls played forward now for England. They might have an opportunity here on the edge of the French penalty area. It's squared towards Rousseau. She can't quite control it, and in the end the French get it clear, smuggled out towards this near side. England will retrieve it though. First time we've seen any sloppiness really from the French in the first 52 minutes, and they've survived that one so far. But Walsh out towards this near side. England will come again. Down the line it goes though, back towards the halfway line, and Stanway has it infield towards Lauren James. She's looked the most likely for England, and just as I say that, commentator's curse, she gives the ball away on the edge of the French penalty area. The ball breaks out towards the near side. England do have it back, but they have to get back inside their own half. Expect England to do most of the running in this second half, because they've got to, haven't they? They trail by 2-0 in this Group D, in this group of death in the Euro 2025 tournament, as the French win possession back inside their own half. Out towards this near side. It's just held up by Euro. Back down the line she goes to Batcher. Batcher almost overruns it and manages to play it infield to Jean-Francois, and she's blocked down in the end by a frustrated looking Lauren James, trying to win that ball back for England. It will be a free kick to the French just to the right of their own penalty area. And Lauren James's run into that French half towards the edge of the penalty area that set up that goal that was disallowed for England. Really good run. It was her ball through that found Beth Mead in the tightest of offside positions after VAR went and looked at it 2-3 times. Long ball forward now for the French down the right-hand side. That's going to go out of player on the far side. Throw into England. They went inside their own half down their right-hand side, down their left-hand side, I should say, to be taken by Jess Carter. And she goes back towards Greenwood, then gets the ball back again, and then in the end, England all the way back to Hannah Hampton on the edge of her own penalty area. Plays it out low towards the right-hand side, and Stanway towards the halfway line. England sloppy again, losing possession. The French might be in here for number 3 inside the penalty area. This should be 3-0, and it's saved by the goalkeeper, but it's only saved because it's a really poor shot in the end by Gyoko and by Katoto, I should say. And it's really sloppy from England. And the culprits were Beth Mead and Kira Walsh, who just weren't on the same wavelength, gifting possession to Katoto. She's through on goal, and she hits it straight at Hannah Hampton, who actually spilled the ball and almost went over the line. She had to grab it at the second attempt, but that was almost curtains for England. A third goal now, and it's all over, surely. And well, they'll be breathing a huge sigh of relief there, both Beth Mead and Kira Walsh, putting England in all sorts of difficulty. And lucky for them, Antoinette Katoto, who had a tap in, of course, in the first half of the first goal, couldn't take advantage of that one. The French go forward long again this time, but that's tidied up by Williamson towards the halfway line. Again, England losing possession, gifting it back to the French, and the French look so dangerous, and they do now with Sandy Baltimore. Sandy Baltimore rushing down this left-hand side. There's the cross towards the far post. It's got too much on it, though, and it goes behind for an England goal kick. 10 minutes played at the start of the second half. We're just getting a clip of the England men's manager, who's in the crowd tonight, Thomas Tuchel, will be taking his side to the World Cup, of course, the Men's World Cup in 12 months' time. That one will be going on in North America, of course, jointly being hosted by the USA, Canada and Mexico. As Lucy Bronze goes down under a challenge down this near side. It's gone out of play anyway. It will be an England throw in. Like a challenge to me, an unfair one actually by the French number 2, Leclerc. England have possession now on the halfway line. Looking for a spark, looking for something to get back into this game, trailing the French by 2-0, deservedly so as well. The French, the far superior team in that first period. It's been a little more even in the second half, but that's unexpected. Lauren James tries to cross in from the right-hand side. She will get a corner as it comes off at Leclerc at the near post. This will be England's third corner of the evening. Can they make something of this? Get themselves back into this as we head towards the hour mark here in Zurich. It's going to be taken by Beth Mead. A couple of times she's gone short. I think she's going to play this one in by the looks of things. Right-footed, so it'll be out swinging from this right-hand side. for England, who've got plenty of white shirts inside the penalty area, looking to get on the end of, well, she does go short in the end inside the penalty area. She caught the French napping, and in the end, the shot at the near post by Lauren Hemp was actually going wide, but it's come off of a French player at the near post, and it will be another corner immediately. They caught the French napping there at the near post, but Lauren Hemp couldn't make the most of it. So it'll be another corner from this near side. And, you do wonder whether Beth Mead will play this one in long this time. No, she goes short again. In fact, it's exactly the same as before. And then England just give it away on the edge of the penalty area. Really sloppy. Lauren James back there doing her best to stop the French from breaking. It's out of play, but it'll be a throw-in to the French, and that's all resulted from a England corner from this near side, which was completely and utterly wasted. Throw in then to the French. It'll be taken by their left back Selma Thatcher, and she's got Baltimore in front of her. That's who she's found. Gets the ball back and then gives it to Baltimore again down this near side, who finished expertly for the second French goal. Long ball forward now towards the halfway line. England need to deal with this. Headed out towards this near side, and not convincingly at all by Leah Williamson. She loses possession, and the French come again now with Baltimore down this near side. She's becoming more and more of a danger down this near side for the French. Just holds the ball up level with the edge of the penalty area, and she's got Lucy Bronze in front of her. Decides to go down the line though this time to Selma Batcher. Batcher just holds it up down this near side. Thinks about going down the line, thinks better of it, still has possession, low ball towards the edge of the penalty area. The French almost toying with England at the moment. Let's not forget the reigning champions, of course. Here again is Baltimore, threads it into that penalty area. Oh, goodness me, ball across the edge of the 6-yard area was an absolute beauty, but there was nobody in a French shirt there to put it in, otherwise it was 3-0. And it was beautifully played by Baltimore on towards the overlap, which was Karchway, and the PSG lady left-footed across the 6-yard area, is begging to be put in at the far post. Nobody there in a navy shirt to put it in. The French come again down the right-hand side, and in the end, the cross is straight into the arms of Hannah Hampton. But they're so dangerous, the French, when they come in. This time the cross from the right-hand side by Delphine Cascarino, but it was a poor delivery from that right-hand side from the lady who plays in the one of the few players that play in the American League for the French. England have it with Williamson. Low ball towards the halfway line, and ball she goes long down this right side, searching out Lauren James. I don't think Lauren James is going to have the legs to get on the end of it. The French put it out of play anyway, so it will be a throw in England. And Serena Wiegman are going to roll the dice here, because they're going to make a triple change on the hour mark. 3, 10 and 18 are coming on, and that means Eve Charles, Ella Toon and Chloe Kelly are all coming on for England. And that's the end of the evening for Jess Carter. That's the first player replaced for England. And the next number up is Beth Mead. So Beth Mead's evening is over. And the third change for England, third player to come off, and it's Lauren James. Lauren James is going to be replaced. And that's a bold move from Serena Wiegman, but she had to make the changes. England have been completely outrun here in Zurich, and the French have been threatening a third. Cross comes in from the right-hand side. That's going to come to absolutely nothing, and the French can clear down this near side, and they have it with Cascarino, with Baltimore, who's done really well down this left-hand side for the French, and has got a name on the score sheet as well. That second goal for the French in that devastating period before half-time, leading by 2-0. The French look as if they're readying any changes thus far, but we shall see. Still early days. We've just gone past the hour mark here in Zurich, and just as I say that, the French are going to themselves make a triple change by the looks of things. So let's keep an eye on this. So 20 and 11 are the first numbers up. So Cascarino's coming off. She'll be replaced by Diani, number 11, who plays for Lyon. That's the first change to tell you about. And Sandy Baltimore is coming off. Number 17 is going been so impressive down this near side. And so that's 2 changes. Mallard, the number 9, Melvin Mallard, Manchester United, of course, has come on as well. And Katoto, number 12, is off as the French come forward, just break off. Number 14 is on, by the way. The French here threatening a third inside the penalty area, but that one's just slightly overrun by Mallard, who's just come on as a substitute, of course. And the third change to tell you about, just getting confirmation of the third player that's come off for the French. And it is Cascarino, Katoto and Baltimore that have come off, and the 3 players that have come on are Diani, Mallard, and the third player is Clara Matteo, who plays for FC Paris in the French league. That's the 3 changes. So both teams just around the hour mark making the changes, and it's the changes that England make that are going to have to make the difference here for the reigning champions if they're to turn this around, trailing the French by 2-0 as the ball rolls out a player on the far side. And as it come off of Greenwood, well, she wanted a free kick there, Alex Green, but she thought she was pushed there as she miscontrolled the ball over on the far side, and the ball trickled out of play, but it'll be a French throw-in over on the far side, midway inside the England half, down the French right. French looking to join the Dutch at the top of Group D, of course. Comfortable 3-0 victory for them earlier against the Group D outsiders. Wales couldn't have been a tougher draw for them, could it? Qualifying for this Euros, the euphoria of getting through to the Euros. The French come down the right-hand side again. It's put out of play. It'll be a throw-in. It's good work again by the French down that far side with Diani this time, who's just come on as a substitute. They've come straight into it, the substitutes, and they really have. Hasn't taken them long. Throw-in is taken. And the French have it with Diomida. Field. There comes the cross towards the far post, and it's a nice cushion header, actually. And England prevent that ball at the far post from reaching substitute Melvin Mallard. England go long towards the halfway line inside the centre circle. It's miscontrolled. The French win it back. It's loose now, and the French come away with it with Mallard again. And there's gaps appearing now in this England defence. They've got to commit forward, of course, to try and get themselves back into this. In comes the cross, and this time is it too close to the goalkeeper? It's spilled by Hannah Hampton, and luckily for England, it falls to a white shirt, and England just put it out of play over the far side. They're all over the place at the back, and it just feels at the moment like it's a matter of time before the French get a third. And if they do get a third, this is well, we are in Wimbledon fortnight, game, set and match for the French, who've been so impressive in this first 65 minutes. 25 minutes left for play. They lead 2-0, but they're threatening a third that kills this game off and means England start their defence of their Euro title, which they won 3 years ago so impressively with a defeat. And they were lucky there, really, because Hannah Hampton spilled the ball, and they were lucky in the end that it just fell kindly for at the back inside that penalty area for New Charles, who managed to clear for England out towards the far side. And England can bring the ball away now, bowled out towards the edge of the penalty area. 24 minutes left for play, and yet again, it's been the story of the evening. England gifting possession back to the French. They've been so poor in possession as the French have it down this near side with the already impressive-looking Melvin Mallard, who's not long come off the bench. He plays for Manchester United in the English Championship, and she just comes straight into it, and that's been the case with a couple of the French substitutes as well, with Eliatou Diani over on the far side, who plays for Lyon. Throw in then to the French, and it'll be taken by Selma Batcher, who's been so impressive down this left-hand side in the left-back position for the French this evening. That's come off of a French head, though. That will be a throw into England on the halfway line, and Lucy Bronze will take it. She throws back into her own half. They're looking for spark. They're looking for some inspiration, England. It's been sadly lacking this evening. It really has. They've been outrun, they've been outthought, they've been outfought by the French, by Laurent Bonadi's 11. Not just the 11, the full squad, to be fair, because as I said, the substitutes who come on have played a real part as well. England bring the ball over the halfway line with Georgia Stanway just to the right of the centre circle. Ball with pace towards the edge of the penalty area, towards Russo. It's swept out towards that far side, and an opportunity now for Lauren Hemp to produce something. England have to retreat though back towards the halfway line just to retain possession, simply because this French team are so organised, they're so disciplined, and they're preventing England from creating anything. Can they create now on the edge of the 18-yard line? Once again, they're pushed back though. They maintain possession though with Stanway out towards the inside right position. They have it with, well, they almost lose possession actually towards the halfway line. They have to go back well inside their own half, and in fact it's all the way back to Hannah Hampton. England in a promising position, having to go all the way back to the goalkeeper, who comes rushing out of a 18-yard line. We're midway through the second half now here in Zurich. England trailing by 2-0, and that's really good work by Diani over on the far side to win possession back for the French. England then loop a hopeful ball forward down the left-hand side. The French looking to shepherd this one out for a goal kick, but in the end the ball just wouldn't roll, and Diarmida took no chances at all. She puts the ball out of play. England have a throw-in level with the edge of the French penalty area down the England left-hand side, and it'll be taken by the Charles of Chelsea. There comes the throw inside the penalty area, looking for Russo, back to goal, has to play it outside of the penalty area. Clip ball towards the far post doesn't work out, and the French might better bring this one clear. They might have a break on if they play this one right, and then there's a clash between two players and it's heads. The referee immediately stops play, and the trainers are on for both sides, although I have to say I think both players are okay. In fact, for England, Leah Williamson is already back on her feet. It was it looked like she came off worse actually. The French player was Karchway, the PSG player, just going for the same ball and just clashed into each other. Leah Williamson's back on her feet, and the referee is on for Sakina Karchway, but I think she's going to be okay to continue. We've got just over 20 minutes left for play here in Group D. Earlier, a comfortable victory for Serena Wiegmann's former side, of course, who she brought to Euro success in 2017. She's won the last 2 Euros, of course. Manager of the Dutch and then manager of England. 3-0 against Wales in Group D. France here leading by 2-0 in Group C. We've already seen, we will have seen after this game tonight, every team played once. And in Group C, it was Denmark 0, Sweden 1, Germany 2, Poland 0. In Group B, which has the reigning world champions, of course, Spain, Belgium 0, Italy 1, and a statement victory really for the Spanish to start their campaign. They are the reigning world champions, and they are the favourites to win this tournament. They beat Portugal by 5-0, and then in Group A it finished Iceland 0, Finland 1, Switzerland 1, Norway 2. I think the group with the hosts in Switzerland is probably the weakest group. Norway, Finland, Switzerland and Iceland, and certainly can't say the same about Group D, featuring 3 of the top 11 FIFA ranked teams in women's football: France, England and the Dutch. And as it stands at the moment, the team ranked 10th in the world are beating the team ranked 5th in the world, because France lead England by 2-0. There's a hopeful ball into the box for England there. That's got too much on it. That's gone behind for a goal kick to the French. We are now inside the last 20 minutes. It has to be said, the 3 changes that Serena Wiegmann made on the hour mark have made absolutely no difference. This game still feels very, very comfortable for the French. There was a period of about 5 minutes where it looked certain that the French were going to go and get a third. That it seemed to have sort of saved off that wave of French attack that they had for 5 minutes or so when they were all over England. But it's just so comfortable for Laurent Bonadi's women, leading here by 2-0 was Pharaoh Mannion takes her time with this goal kick, eventually kicks long. There's the header back inside the French half, a little bit of head tennis, and eventually the ball does come down and the French go long, but that'll be tidied up nicely for England in the form of Leah Williamson, who goes back to the goalkeeper. Low ball out immediately. Eventually works out with a left-hand side. That's the ball that fortuitously finds a white shirt inside the centre circle. Lauren Hemp now, ball with pace. It's got too much pace on it. And in the end, De Almeida clears up and plays back to the goalkeeper. Loops one out towards that far side. That's got too much on it, though. That's going to go out of play. That'll be an England throw-in. About 10-15 yards inside the French half over on the far side. The England left as the Mexican wave goes around the Stadion Letzigrund here in Zurich. The ball is loose on the edge of the French penalty area, but that'll be a free kick to the French because of the foul by Ella 2. Just frustration is building, I think, for England. They started on the back foot. Well, I say they started on the back foot. It seems a long, long time ago now, but Lauren James had a real big opportunity in the first 60 seconds for England with a shot that she blazed over the crossbar. After that, the French dominated. England then got the ball in the net. That was disallowed for offside. And the French just took over from there and onwards. 2 goals in 3 minutes. Antoinette Katoto of Lyon and Sandy Baltimore of Chelsea. 2 goals in 3 minutes, giving the French this 2-goal lead, which they still hold now, and they still hold very comfortably. In fact, they look more likely to get a third than England do of getting back into it. Here come the French again down this near side with the substitute Mallard. Oh, blazed across the edge of the 6-yard area, and in the end it's miscontrolled at the far post by Diani, and it's behind for a goal kick to England. Another let-off for Serena Wiegman's 11, who are going to have to regroup if they win, if this stays the same, and they haven't got long as well. They've got that crucial game against the Dutch, of course, in midweek. And of course, if they lose that, they're out of the tournament. England have possession over the far side momentarily because the French, as they have done so well this evening, win the ball back, and here they come over the halfway line. How hungry are the French for a third? Because you do feel, actually, if they wanted a third, the French, if they really did push on, they could put England to the sword here. They've been that superior to the European champions. As Matteo has the ball over on the far side. Can she get the cross in? She can, right-footed. There's the header clear for England. Straight to a navy shirt over on the far side. The French will come again. They're just so comfortable. As certainly contender for player of the match. Elisa Diamida plays it back towards the halfway line again. She has been so comfortable in that right back position and bursting forward down that right flank for the French, who have it again down this near side, just toying with England at the moment. Here's Cutchway. Cutchway's closed down, but maintains possession. The French going back towards the halfway line as England push them back slightly, but that's good play by Diani. Just one touch too many in the end, just slips over, wants a free kick, not going to get it. England have possession back on the edge of their own penalty area with Leah Williamson. Loses possession once more. So sloppy from England out from defence. How often have I said that this evening? The French coming down this left-hand side now with Mallard. Ball on the right foot. She's going to get the cross in. No, she's not. She decides to play it down the line. Again, it feels like the French are just eating up time here. Mallard again, left-hand corner of the penalty area. Back to goal. Goes back towards this near side. And England just can't win the ball back at the moment. And when they do win the ball back, they just gift it straight back to the French anyway. That's good work there to put the ball out of play. As down, clutching her derriere, goes the French number 13, I think it was, Selma Bachir-Adil it was. The challenge actually from Ella Toon is going to result in the first booking of the evening. Ella Toon, again, just showing that England frustration, just goes in too heavily on Selma Bachir, the Lyon defender, and it's a yellow card for the Manchester United player, and it's a free kick as well to the French. It just eats up more time more than anything else. We're inside the last 15 minutes, and I think they're not going to make another change because Manchester City's Grace Clinton is being ready, but the French have a free kick here, just a couple of yards infield from this left touch line, about 20 yards from the byline, and it's going to be a left-footed delivery from this near side, drilled in towards the far post. England get it half clear. De Almeida squares it. Here's the opportunity for the third. Oh, and it's miscued. Real opportunity inside that penalty area for Diani, but she skewed her shot. In comes the cross again from that far side. Another delicious delivery from the French, and it's headed wide. Again, it's Diani again who gets the head on it. But the big opportunity came before, really. wasn't the cleanest of contacts. Here's this change then for England, and on comes Grace Clinton, and Stanway is going to make way because Georgia Stanway is coming off for England, and that's 4 changes now for Serena Wiegmann, and the previous 3 that have been made haven't made any difference, to be quite honest with you. It's been so comfortable for the French this evening, and doesn't look like that's going to change as we head towards the last 10 minutes or so. The French leading England by 2 goals. Now, the reigning European champions, of course, 3 years ago, the delayed tournament, of course, due to the pandemic, Euro 2021 as it was, but it was played in 2022. Throw into the French on the halfway line, down their left-hand side. It'll be taken by Salvatbatch. It goes long. It'll flick on as well. The French have come away with it down this near side. Now, rushing down towards the byline. That's good work, actually, by Williamson. She clears long, right-footed for England. She wins the ball back off of Matteo, the defender. But the French, once again, win it back because England can't control it. Inside the penalty area now with Mallard, rushing down towards the dead ball line, and decides to take it out of the penalty area, play it down the line, and England can do nothing about it. Cross comes in from the left-hand side. It's a decent delivery as well. Not really anybody there in a French shirt to get on the end of that delicious delivery from that near side, and England go long towards the halfway line, but the French just feels like the French are just going to come away with the ball each and every time. And here again is the impressive Elisa Diamanida down that the right-hand side, I should say, for the French. Runs into trouble. No trouble, though, for the French because they immediately win the ball back. And there's a golfing class here at the moment, it has to be said. The French superior in every part of the pitch tonight. They really have their full value for this 2-goal lead. In fact, if they got 1 or 2 more, it wouldn't flatter them. That's how superior they've been to Serena Wiegmann's European champions, who are going to have to somehow turn this around for the game midweek against Holland, which they're going to have to win, or they're almost certainly out of the tournament. A tournament where they're the reigning champions, of course. Long ball out towards the far side. It's miscued by the French goalkeeper, Peru Manion, and it will be a throw in to England on the halfway line. We are inside. No, we're not. I was going to say we're inside the last 10 minutes. We're inside the last 11 minutes here in Switzerland at the Stadion Letzigrund here in northeast Switzerland. And the French have got a free kick inside their own half, but there's going to be a couple of changes before that happens. 22 and 6 are coming on. Melwin Ndongala, who plays for FC Paris, is coming on. And also Sandy Toletti, who plays for Real Madrid, is coming on. The first player to come off for the French is Sakina Karchwai, who is the French captain. So the armband will be given elsewhere. Where's the armband going? Over it comes. And also, in my view, not that my opinion counts for anything, Alyssa Dialmeida, player of the match for me. She's coming off. The number 5, the PSG player, has been absolutely sensational down that right-hand side for the French. And she's the second player in that double change to come off. And the French have now made their 5 changes this evening. We are now inside the last 10 minutes here in Zurich. And the French are leading England by 2 goals. And it was a French free kick on the edge of their own penalty area, which goalkeeper Peru Manion kicks long. Little flick on, and the French might be in business here because they've come away with possession. Ball towards the edge of the penalty area. It's one to chase. And goodness me, back to the goalkeeper by Williamson, who had to clear quickly because she was being closed down by Melvin Mallard. But it worked out okay for England in the end, who still have possession over the far side. No, they don't. They've run it out of play. And that has just about summed up England's evening, to be quite honest with you. Just Lucy Bronze with the ball down the line. And it's just trickled out of play. And it's a French throw-in over on the far side. And this has been a miserable evening for England, and the French continue their dominant recent run, which I mentioned before kick-off, going all the way back to the beginning of December when they lost to world champion Spain. They've won every game since, and it looks almost certain that they're going to make it 9 out of 9 And for England, well, there was the boost of the big win just before the Euros against Jamaica. But maybe that says more about Jamaica than it does about England. France have a throw over on the far side, level the edge of the England penalty area, down the French right. Melwin and Dungala's going to take this one. Be a first touch since coming on as a substitute some moments ago. Throw in fails to find the blue shirt, and England clear long towards the halfway line. It's loose, but once again the French come away with it. There's a coming together there just outside the centre circle between the French player who was just looking at a replay of it now. It was Lacroix and Letzigrund. I think it was a fair challenge, but Lacroix just fell on top accidentally. To be fair, fell on top of Letzigrund. And I think the referee was just checking that Russo was okay. She is okay. The ball's gone out of play over on the far side. We're inside the last 8 minutes. And England have a throw in just shy of the halfway line. Down their left-hand side to be taken by Niamh Charles, one of the second half substitutes who came on the hour mark for Sarina Wiegman and has failed to ignite this England performance. Long ball forward down the right-hand side, and again have been dealt with by the French. And in fact, it's come off of an England player. It'll be a throw-in to France. The last touch coming off of Leah Williamson. So it's a throw-in to France, midway inside their own half, down their left-hand side. And this little stadium that's more known for athletics than it is for football is rocking, but it's rocking because of the French fans rather than the England fans. And what a performance they've put in. And for those who didn't see the French as a threat in this tournament, didn't see them as contenders to win this tournament, well, they're going to have to think again now, because they've been absolutely sensational tonight. And well, at the moment, unsurprisingly really, the bookies do have the Spanish, the world champions, as the favourites. Germany second, England third at start of play, with the French four favourites. That's going to change now. The French almost certainly will be second, third, if not second favourites to win this tournament after this performance. Well, the Dutch are also in this group of 14-1, and they play England, of course, in midweek. England are going to have to win that one to stay in the tournament. Sarina Wiegman against her former side, of course, who she took to victory in Euro 2017 before winning it, of course, with England 5 years later, as it turned out to be. Long ball forward now for England towards halfway, and again it's sloppy, but luckily the French can't control for it from an England point of view. The French can't control it on the halfway line, and England have it once more with Williamson. Forward it goes to the wall. She floats one out towards that left-hand side. Nice ball, actually, if they can keep it in play. No, they can't, because in the end, Niamh Charles just didn't quite have the legs. England are going to make another change, a late change, and Michelle Aguimang of Arsenal is going to come on. Well, I believe she is, just been warming up on the touchline. France have a throw anyway over on the far side, and this one's going to be taken by Melwin and Dungala. French lose their way. England win it back. 5 minutes to play here in Zurich. England trailing France by 2-0. England with possession inside the centre circle, and it's going to be a dramatic comeback now if England can get anything from this one, as they lose their way on the edge of the French penalty area. The French go long towards Ballard, but that'll be tidied up by Williamson for England, who go long again over on the far side. They've got no choice to, really. They've tried every other tactic which hasn't worked. They do have possession over on the far side. Crossing opportunity, and it comes left-footed. It's a nice delivery as well, and meeting it on the volley was Lauren Hemp. It's cleared towards the edge of the penalty area. A shot comes in, and that one's gone wide, but it will be an England corner. It was a nice twist and turn inside that penalty area from Ella Toom. She got the shot in right-footed, and it will be a corner for England. Their fifth of the evening. Just took a little nick, I think, off of the French defender Batcher. So it's a corner then to England. Is it Aguimang's going to come on first? That's England's fifth change now, and it's Alex Greenwood who's come off. It's going to be a right-footed in-swinger. It's drilled in towards the far post. There towards the edge of the penalty area. Shot comes in, and England are back in it. because the shot is in from the edge of the penalty area by Kira Walsh. What a finish, and what a finish we have here in Zurich, because with just under 4 minutes to play, England have got themselves a lifeline. Lovely finish from Chelsea's Kira Walsh from the edge of the penalty area. They didn't clear their lines properly, the French. After the corner was taken from this near side, it was drilled in, it was headed clear towards the edge of the penalty area, but just inside the D, she took one touch and then right-footed, placed it into the top corner. The French goalkeeper, Leroy Magnin, got a fingertip or two to it, but couldn't keep it out. And England are back in it. Kira Walsh, 87th minute. France 2, England 1. We've got a grandstand finish here at the Stadion Letzigrund. We wondered whether England could find a little bit of inspiration, and they do in the form of Kira Walsh. Lovely finish from the edge of the penalty area. And is it too little too late for England, or is that the spark that they needed to try and hold themselves back into this game and maybe get themselves what looked like an unlikely point here in Zurich? It's going to be down to the time now. We'll be keeping an eye on the clock, of course. A couple of minutes to play. How much time will be added on at the end of the 90? The French have a free kick on the edge of their own penalty area. Goalkeeper Leroy Magnin will take it. Goes long. The ball is loose midway inside the England half. Well, the French just get a little bit nervous. That's all it could take. Ball looped forward for England. It's cleared, though, by the French. A little bit of head tennis inside the centre circle. And the French loop it out towards this near side. It's one to chase. And I think the ball's going to trickle out of play. Indeed, it will. Because in the end, Melvin Mallard didn't quite have the legs to get on the end of that ball. We're inside the last 2 minutes. Lucy Bronze takes the throw. Goes all the way back towards the edge of the penalty area with Leah Williamson, who plays it back to the goalkeeper, out towards the left-hand corner of the penalty area. Again, England go long, but that's a slice clearance over on the far side that goes out of play. And disappointing in the end. They've got to keep the pressure on here. Niamh Charles with a disappointing ball down that left-hand side for England. So the French have a throw-in on the halfway line down their right-hand side. It'll be taken by Ndongala, who's going to take as much time as she possibly can without getting a booking, I think, to take this throw in. She has taken it, but England want a free kick as we head towards the last of the 90. And it really would be a get out of jail, really, for England if they can a smash and grab more than anything else. If they can get a point here this evening, if they can get this goal late on to force a 2-2 and a draw between these two heavyweights in Group D. Long ball forward towards the edge of the penalty area for England. The French have got so many players back. England just about maintain possession, but they have to go backwards in order to do so as Walsh plays it forward low towards the edge of the penalty area, out towards the inside right position. It's a poor pass. England will have possession, but they have to go all the way back towards the halfway line. We're inside the last of the 90 now. There's the long ball forward. Has it got too much on it? It's headed clear towards the edge of the penalty area. England do still have it, though, as the French try to clear. Shot comes in, takes a deflection off of a French player. And here's the opportunity for 2-2, and the shot comes in, which is saved by the legs of the goalkeeper. And England so close to the equaliser. And Aguiman, I think that was her first touch. It's coming off the bench a couple of minutes ago, and she almost puts England level. From about 6 yards out, tight angle, corner for England, and the fourth official just about to come out with the board to let us know how much time is going to be added on. The French suddenly are hanging on. Chloe Kelly is going to take this corner for England over on the far side. The England left is going to be a right-footed in-swinger as we head into stoppage time. In it comes. It's not a great delivery. Headed clear towards the edge of the penalty area. And the French push out this time. England do still have it, though. Down the right side, there comes the cross towards the far post. And it's on to the roof of the net and behind for a goal kick. And we are inside stoppage time, and we've got 5 minutes to add on. But Aggie, man, what an introduction that would have been if she'd got that equaliser for England from a tight angle. But Kira Walsh has given England some unlikely hope in a game where they've pretty much been completely outplayed, outfought, outthought, outclassed. The French have had the majority of the possession. 55 to 45 was the half-time one. It's changed dramatically in the second half. 57-43 to England now. You'd expect that, I guess, because England have been chasing the game, of course. And the total shots, which the French were completing, just break off a minute because the French are coming forward here again as they look to put the icing on the cake and confirm this 3 points. The cross comes in, it's looking for Mallard. It's not going to find an England clear out towards the far side, but the French have it once more. Lovely skill down that right-hand side. They're inside the penalty area here, the French. This could be the finish, and in the end, it's towards Mallard. Can't quite control it. Gets a second bite of the cherry, but I think there was already a handball. Indeed, there was from the Manchester United player, and it'll be a free kick to England inside the penalty area. And England, of course, well, they're going to have to commit players forward in the latter stages in this stoppage time to try and get this equaliser. There's been a yellow card, by the way, that's been dished out to the French goalkeeper for time wasting, and so that's one apiece as far as yellow cards go this evening, because Ella to receive one for England, and now the French goalkeeper Pauline Mannion as well has gone into the referee's book. Our referee Ivana Martincic from Croatia. England have a throw in over on the far side. They go long towards the edge of the French penalty area, but the French can bring this one clear, and England have got to be careful, of course, because they're going to be short at the back as they commit players forward to try and get this dramatic, unlikely equaliser and get themselves a point here in the first game in Group D of Euro 2025. They have possession over on the far side, midway inside the French half through Lauren Hemp. She goes all the way back towards the halfway line there. We've played half of the 5 minutes. There's been a loss at the end of the 90 for stoppage time. So 2.5 minutes played, 2.5 minutes to go. France 2, England 1 here at the Stadion Letzigrund in Switzerland, in Zurich, and England do have possession down this near side. They're midway inside the French half. The cross has got to come in surely. Low ball in towards the edge of the penalty area this time. Shot comes in, takes a deflection, and the French can easily get that one clear. They just go long, and they're just hanging back at the moment. The referee might stop play here because of the French player down inside the penalty area, and it's Jean-Francois. It might be just a little bit of gamesmanship here, just to eat up a little bit of time. She does look in a little bit of agony, but just looking at a replay of it now, just to see what happened there. She goes in for a challenge on Alicia Russo, but I think she just clattered into her own player. But having said that, she's now receiving attention by her teammates for cramp, so it's clearly not an injury, and it is just a little bit of gamesmanship, just eating up a little bit more time. And on comes the trainer, and we will have added time on added time, because we're already in added time, 5 minutes of it, and we're going to get some more time as well beyond that 5 minutes for this stoppage for the attention that's being received by the French number 18, Lorraine Jean-Francois, who's going over towards the far side. So the French will be certainly momentarily down to 10 men, and England, I assume, are going to have to sportingly give the ball back to the French, because I think they had possession anyway. In fact, they didn't, because they played the ball long, didn't they, to England? So England will have possession here. We're inside the last minute of stoppage time. We're going to have at least another minute on top of that. We might even have another couple of minutes on top of that. The referee is going to drop the ball on the halfway line, and England have it with Leah Williamson, who surely is going to have to go long. She does go long inside that penalty area. It's come off of an England head. It's cleared. England might have a chance to scrabble it in. It's cleared off the line. Would you believe it? Out towards the far side. The French all over the place, suddenly at the back, hanging on here for this 3 points. England will come again, though, over on the far side. And the French players come back on. The number 18, Jean-Francois, they're back to 11. It's 11 versus 11. 5th minute of stoppage time. Again, the long ball forward, and it's not a great one this time. The French head it clear, but England pick up the pieces down this near side, the inside right position. We played 5 minutes of stoppage time. It's whatever the referee is going to add on for that injury some moments ago for Jean-Francois. Low ball into the box this time for England is a poor one, and the French can get it clear. A little bit of head tennis, though, on the edge of the French penalty area. Was that a handball on the edge of the penalty area? No, it wasn't. Shot comes in, always rising well over the bar this time from Lauren Hemp, and that might well be that. And it looks as if England are going to start their defence of their Euro 2025 campaign with a defeat here to the French, leading by 2 goals to 1. 2 goals in 3 minutes in the first half. Katoto and Baltimore. England with a late reprieve through Kira Walsh, but it looks like it's just going to be a consolation for England. It's just a matter of how much time the referee is now going to add on as the French go long. They hoof it long out towards the far side, almost like a rugby kick, kicking for touch, and kick for touch they do, because it bounces right next to the corner flag over on the far side in the England left back position. We've now played 6 minutes of stoppage time. We might possibly have a maximum of another 60 seconds to play here in Zurich. England have got to get the ball forward, but they have the ball, but they have it deep inside their own half. They've got to get the ball upfield, and they've at least played it out of their own penalty area. There might be time for one last England attack, but that's a poor ball, and the French can clear, and that surely is that as the French come forward inside the England half. England have managed to win it back, though. That's good work to win it back by Elatoon, but then they immediately gift it back to the French, and the French will probably take this to the corner flag now as they look to eat up the last few seconds that we have in this second half of this Group D game, with the French leading by 2-1. England have won it back. They go long. They're going to have to go long. Can they try and pull something out of the fire here? They have the ball out towards the far side. That's a poor ball, though. The French have cleared. England will pick up the pieces, though. Over on the far side, we've played 7 minutes of stoppage time now, and still the referee allows play to continue. But England go all the way back towards the halfway line just to retain possession. There's the ball that goes long. There goes the full-time whistle. And the French have beaten reigning champions England by 2-1, and they were fully deserving of the victory as well. 2 goals in the first half from Antoinette Katoto and Sandy Baltimore. They dominated the second half as well, really, until England had a late reprieve through Kira Walsh. They didn't deserve anything, really, though. The French superior in every area, and they've got all the work to do now as they face the Dutch in midweek in the second Group D game. It's finished here at the Stadion Letzigrund in Zurich. France 2, England 1. Thanks very much for listening, and do enjoy the rest of your Saturday evening.